I mean, this could be 5 more inches of snow in parts of the Hudson Valley, guys. And you can see we are just completely snow covered because it's 19 degrees. It's one of the coldest storms I've seen in my career. I was just talking to Mr. G a little bit ago, and he said this was right up there around the blizzard of 1996 in terms of how cold it was from start to finish. Winter storm warnings, that's going to stay in play until at least tomorrow morning from the Hudson Valley all the way down towards the Jersey Shore. Even though you did flip over to sleet, it's still very icy conditions for the overnight into tomorrow. You can see the visibility is coming up dramatically down the Jersey Shore. That's because we're now involving a little more rain into Toms River. And the fortunate part is your ground temperatures are above freezing. So we're not talking freezing rain. If it was much colder down in Toms River and it was raining, that would have been a big problem. You go north, though, the visibilities are taking a hit still, and that's because the snow's coming down across places like western Orange County, back up into Dutchess County. You're seeing that snow. A lot of this is mixing in from Ramapo to Wayne to Summit with some sleet right now, but still snowing as you get around the Reading and Wilton, Connecticut area, getting out over Beacon into northern Westchester County. Pure ice and rain now mixing in down the Jersey Shore and south-facing shoreline of Long Island. That's going to be the drill for the rest of the evening. Now, the back edge of the storm, we'll start to see it as we head towards 10 and 11 o'clock tonight. I still think we're going to be tracking snow up into northern Connecticut. The island, you're probably going to be consumed with rain as the coastal starts to develop. You get a southeast wind off the Atlantic. That's going to warm your temperatures to the middle 30s. But on the backside of the storm, you may get into a hit of some snow, and that may allow for maybe 1/4 of an inch light dusting. But nonetheless, if you start to see the snow kicking back in by Monday morning, don't be shocked, because there is a coastal storm that's heading up towards Boston. And then the big story is how ridiculously cold, and that's the emphasis, ridiculously cold, it's going to get as another lobe of polar vortex comes down. The difference with this, every polar vortex that has tried to swing, has done a swing and a miss. This one tries to dip all the way down towards New York City. And when that happens, climatologically speaking, we could make a run for zero. Zero is a hard thing to achieve. New York City is surrounded by all sorts of water bodies and a lot of mild air, typically, relatively speaking. If we get a northerly wind coming down the Hudson, I think we can go to zero, and that would be the first time in about a decade. The prior year from that would be back in the 90s, so it is a hard thing to achieve zero. The wind chills, nonetheless, will feel between 0 and 5 and 3 below. You're gonna really feel the awful air by Tuesday morning. Look what happens Wednesday morning, though. Even colder, 8 to 14 degrees below zero, 15 in parts of northwest New Jersey. Even worse as we go into Friday, where maybe some areas achieve 20 below zero. You get the theme, though. It's going to be a really, really cold pattern the next 7 to 10 days. There's absolutely no break in this stuff. We'll go to 20 at day, teens and low and single digits really at night from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe a little bit of a thawing, and something just popped on our radar for the weekend. Maybe some kind of mischief off the coast. I'll explain more about that tonight at 10, but this is a loaded pattern. We have the cold, check. Now we have the engagement of the southern jet stream. If we get some more southern jet stream energy and moisture, we could maybe look at another storm as we head towards February. So active pattern, guys, and a whole lot of winter left. So I hope you leave some in the tank, okay? Because I think we're going to have 1 or 2 more storms.